So guys, have Jack Levin just revealed his master plan for Zen in the future in this video? So you're gonna want to stay tuned, like the video, and subscribe. Let's get to this Zen content. So I'm sitting here and I was over at the Zen crypto channel, right? And I'm listening to Jack's clips here and there, and one of them hit me. Just take a listen to this.
So X1 token is called XN. That token has or will have 1 billion tokens in its allocation.
Okay, so are you saying that's been defined? That is the number.
Unless we have a better idea, which we may,
Okay.
a billion tokens is a billion tokens.
Gotcha.
Now, when I say tokens, they're going to be tokens on Ethereum and coins on X1. So the way that it works, like imagine having a million XN on Ethereum as tokens. Those are freely convertible to XN gas coins native to X1. So you will be able to trade them and buy them or sell them or create liquidity pools on Ethereum and yet have a one-to-one conversion to X1. So they're called coins on X1. The symbol is the same. XN stands for X1 network. But on Ethereum, there are literally ERC20 tokens that you can do things with. You can trade them, you can stake them, you can do all kinds of things with them. But the one thing that I wanted to stress is that X1 is coming in 2024. Now, XN release will happen much sooner in 2023. So XN on Ethereum is going to be released sooner.
Oh my goodness. So let me get this straight. If I just heard you correctly, the game essentially of burning Zen to get XN is going to begin before.
That's right. The
chain is
rewards
launched.
are coming sooner than the chain itself.
And then any rewards, as you just called it, any XN rewards on ETH will be in parity to
In
what
parity,
is.
they're gonna be like will have a one-to-one stable relationship between X1 coins and XN tokens on Ethereum.
So, did you guys hear that? He made it clear. So, the Zen Layer 1 blockchain is coming sometimes in 2024, right? But before that, you are looking at XN tokens being available. You will be able to burn them, just burning your Zen, getting those X1 tokens before the testnet even launch. Now, here's the kicker. There will only be 1 billion X1 tokens, and out of that 1 billion, he's gonna burn half of the supply already taken off the circulation. So technically, you only have 500 million Zen X1 tokens, a fixed supply now, on the Zen Layer 1 blockchain. These would be coins on the Zen Layer 1 blockchain, but if you migrate them over to Ethereum, they would be tokens because they would be converted to ERC20 tokens. This is absolutely bullish. You're looking at 500 million tokens that will be up for grabs, and people would have to be burning their Zen in order to get that token. This is the bullishness I was talking about. This guy has a master plan for Zen. The ecosystem he's building would be based around every movement that you make, you're going to be pretty much burning Zen to do so.
That what you get on Ethereum will then be transferable over into the X1 chain.
Fully transferable.
I feel like I'm excited about this.
And transferable back too. So back and forth. You can move it in there and take it back out.
Oh, so many questions. Okay, so tell me more.
Yes. So here's a way the tokenomics of XN work. When we announce the launch and deploy the smart contract on Ethereum, you will be asked to burn your Zen to actually get the XN. Now, technically, you could argue, and a lot of people argue that Zen is unlimited, but that's actually not true. You cannot get enough Zen from the market today because the liquidity pool is too low, and you cannot mint it fast enough because it's in the future. Like if you wanted to participate in the XN's smart contract and derive it somehow by burning Zen, you have to get it somehow first, right? You have to get Zen. Would you start minting 500 days out just to do it? Well, probably not. You can't, because you would miss out on this 500 days of non-participation. I mean, you will be minting it for sure. That's your period. But anyone else who has Zen actually will be able to participate immediately. Now, XN is limited to 1 billion tokens. Limited, which means that there's no more tokens ever produced. And half of the total supply will be burned. So we're going to be reduced to 500 million tokens in its entirety. And every time we use X1 and we generate fees, half of those fees are burned too. So that.
Did you hear that, guys? This is the master plan for Jack Levin. I think this is what he's trying to do, right? Right now it's low liquidity. You cannot mint Zen fast enough to get enough, and all, like the race is getting lower and lower, the amount that you can really mint out there. as your mint become unprofitable. So the idea is soon enough people gonna realize, yo, he might be discouraging people from minting. I don't know, I'm just talking. He might be discouraging people from minting in the future and incentivize them to, your only option is to buy because it's low liquidity right at the moment. So as we are having these mint difficulties and whatnot, people are gonna get, hey man, I'm just gonna buy. Like yesterday, I had a guy in the comment section. He said the same thing. He said, "Yo, I'm just gonna buy this, bro, because all the minting and the mechanics that goes behind it, the batch minting and that. I know it gets easier, but as we go along and Zen becomes more scarce, it's becoming harder and harder for people to do the minting side. So if minting don't make sense, what I'm trying to say, people gonna buy Zen instead, and that's what's been happening over the past month. If you notice on the blockchain, you have seen a lot of buys. When people were minting when Zen launched, it was low liquidity and nobody was really buying nothing. I remember people were saying, well, you're stupid if you buy Zen, as we was taking that nosedive. But ever since we found some kind of bottom, well, I don't even think it's the bottom, but Zen is the bottom. But as we found that bottom and people seen a little bit of reversal, somebody injected liquidity in there. I don't know what went on, but people have been buying Zen on these decentralized exchanges a lot, and that is a huge master plan. So he's creating all of these ecosystems around this for people to pretty much either buy and burn Zen, burn enough of the Zen token to get the X1 tokens, DBXEN, and all these other ZenFTs or whatever. It'll get to the point where Zen itself would become, yes, it is inflationary, but it'll be scarce at some point in the future. Just watch.
That token is 50% deflationary from the get-go and also subject to the fees that are generated on the X1 chain. So it will reduce its supply throughout its lifetime on this planet, always. There will never be another XN printed, minted, allocated, whatever. So it's a very, very scarce commodity, scarce coin. It's a utility coin, but acts as a token on Ethereum. Now, the way to get it is to burn Zen. Now, how do you burn Zen? So let's say that in the universe of Zen is only you and I. So CryptoKinets is Mr. Jack. I have 10 million Zen and you have 5 million Zen. Now they're sitting in our MetaMasks and we're about to play this game. The contract is open, we can now use it. I decide to burn 1 million Zen because I want to hold on to some of my other Zen and I actually do not know what you're gonna do. So because it's on chain and transparent, you CryptoKinets sees that Mr. Jack just burned 1 million Zen. Now you decided to even the stakes, so to speak, and you burn 1 million from yourself. Or you could say, no, I'm burning 2 million because I want to get 60%, 65% on top of Jack. Or you can go with 3 and then you get 75 or 80%. Now the emissions of XN happen over time. Every day there is an emission, every day.
Okay.
And it starts high so that there will be an incentive for people to join in early, and it declines over time for about 1,000 days. So every day there is emissions and they decline. So think of Bitcoin happening, how every 4 years now you get the rewards that are 50% less. What happens with XN is that there is a decline curve over 1,000 years that happens every day, not 1,000 years, 1,000 days.
I was just going to record that.
1,000 days, and it's declining. So if you come in one day early before I do, you're actually locking more of the emissions than I would. If I'm coming in a year later, then I just missed out on a giant opportunity of this bigger emissions from the contract. Now let's say that we both get in at the same time. We both put in 2 million Zen, and that Zen gets burned. Okay? Now what happens is you have 50% shares, and I have 50% shares. And when I say shares, it's the emissions protocol that's creating XN. For you and I, it's equal. You get that much XN and I get that much XN every day. Now,
see that? That is the dope master plan that Jack Levin is working on, and he's brewing and he's cooking this. This is absolutely amazing. So the whole idea is for pretty much this X1 chain token or coin, whatever. This one will be made so scarce. People are going to be burning a ton load of Zen. It'll get to a point where I believe the future Zen claims that the Zen that is getting minted right now is going to come out in the future. That Zen, people would be rushing to burn that enough to get this X1 scarce token. 1 billion token for X1, the Zen layer 1 blockchain. And you got a lot of developments coming onto the Zen blockchain, right? Out of that 1 billion, 500 million burnt. Think about it. There's only 500 million up for grabs. And to get that 500 million, every transaction would be burning that token, which would make it scarce. It's like designed for a Bitcoin halving thing pretty much. So not only that transactions are burning, making that 500 million more and more scarce. On top of that, you gotta burn your Zen to get that, which would make in turn Zen more scarce. So whatever people are minting out there, future mints, whatever, it's gonna be burnt so much because of Zen Lawn Mars, the likes of this one here coming out, a meme token, the first meme token on the Zen ecosystem, right? Because of people batch minting and then burning Zen to get this one right here, the DBXEN, DBXEN. So he's creating all of these things, all of these ways for Zen to be burnt. Look at what it did for the past, the liquid supply for Zen. What it did for the past couple of weeks, the amount of Zen being burnt, went from 9.5 trillion to 9 trillion in no time. So people are burning Zen, man. Whatever is getting minted out. If you think this was gonna go inflationary forever, just think again. That's why I said Jack has a master plan. Just don't look at the Zen chart thinking he's not really doing anything to reverse that or whatnot. People had to learn the hard way, man. For the past month, hey, if you look at the chart, look at this, up and to the right. Yesterday we had to retrace. Look, people are gonna sell, bro. If you was here, you bought at these levels, or you was minting at these levels, like the rest of us who got in super early with this is what I was looking for. Something that he creates out there that generates huge buy pressure. So as we go along, I truly believe that minting would be discouraged and then buying would be just a faster option, bro. If you want to get DXN, DBXEN, if you want to get, I don't know, whatever tokens out there that he's creating, like the X1 token, the Zen on layer 1, which is gonna be super scarce, limited supply, 500 million only up for grabs. Amazing. If you want to get all of those in the future, it's gonna get to the point where you just, hey man, I'm just gonna buy. So this was the whole purpose of this video. Jack Levin's master plan. Let me know in the comment section below, am I crazy? Or, is the fact that Jack really wants to implement these things so that we would have less and less Zen circulating out there. Remember, Zen on ETH, 25% of the supply is already wiped out, it's gone. So whatever's coming out in the future, people are gonna rush to mint claim day, and then either use it for DXN, DBXEN, or all these other ones right there. Just whatever it is, it's generating more and more ways where you can burn your Zen. And if more and more Zen are getting burnt out every day, this is the new chart that you're gonna see leading up to the Bitcoin halving of 2024, and on top of that, bull market of 2025. Let me know in the comment section below. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.